Turbo, Sky. These are the American Gladiators. Introducing today's contenders for the men, Furaha Bryant and Csizmazia. For the women, Cheryl Sandy and Charmane Lewis. Welcome to our house of hits in a brand new season of the American Gladiators. Glad you could join us. I'm Mike Adamle. Joining me, well, a man who has exchanged his spandex and pugil stick for a microphone, who has had more than his share of skirmishes here in this arena. His name is Dan Nitro Clark. And Dan, I know you're in a position to offer some very unique perspective, and I must say you look good in civilian clothes.
Well, Michael, besides being a pleasure for everybody at home to look at my new clothes, what I want to do is I want to bring the people at home up close and in person with the Gladiators so they can talk strategy before, beginning, and after, and also bring a unique point of view from the contenders' perspectives.
Sounds great. Speaking of contenders, two great matchups today, Nitro. Csizmazia from Ketchum, Idaho, and Furaha Bryant from Los Angeles, California.
Right, now Furaha, I call him the meditating contender. But I think to get through the competition here, he's going to have to bring his game up and maybe even levitate.
Csizmazia from Ketchum, Idaho, one of the finest endurance athletes you'll ever see, a snowboarding instructor. For the women, a mother of all battles, a pair of moms, Cheryl Sandy versus Charmane Lewis.
Now, in my opinion, Charmane Lewis is the girl to beat. I like her a lot. She's got all the athletic capabilities, lean, mean, aggressive, and the most important thing she's got is an attitude, and we all know I like attitude.
Indeed you do. And at 37 years old, Cheryl Sandy, the oldest contender here, but one of the toughest, one of the best. Not only is she competing for her four children and her husband, Barry, who's in attendance today, but also the Indian Nation. She's part Chippewa. At stake today, $2,500 for today's winners, plus a chance to win $25,000 in cash and prizes in our Grand Championship, and an opportunity to represent the USA at the World Gladiator Championships later this year in Birmingham, England. It should be a great day, so stay with us. Event number one, Powerball. For the Gladiators, and they are out to prove that they haven't lost anything from a year ago. It's Jazz, Siren, and Ice Ice Baby. There they are, and they are in great shape this season. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Charmane Lewis, 28 years old, 5'7", 146, a mother of two young sons, Marquise and Dadrian, from Bellflower, California. And her opponent, Cheryl Lee Sandy, the oldest contender here, 37 years old, 5'4", 128, a fabulous athlete, bodybuilder, personal trainer, and mother of two young, rambunctious sons, Rio Brave and Dakota Savage. This woman used to having her hands full. Let's go over to referee Larry Thompson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready!
Goals in those center cylinders. That center cylinder worth 4. Charmane right off the bat on the outside for 2 points. Boy, she's got some quicks, but that one won't count. She was out of bounds. Watch going high.
Out, let her go!
30 seconds remain. Cheryl getting wrapped up by Jazz. Look out here, Charmane on the loose again. She's got another one on the outside. Again, goals in the outer cylinders worth 2 points.
What a great job by Ice. Pulls them both out there, Mike. Excellent.
Charmane got hammered by Ice again. Both women running out of steam.
Oh, what a collision there. Reminds me of Dick Butkus.
Did you give him a pep talk beforehand? 2, 1, and that is it. Let's add it up. Charmane Lewis wins it 4-2, but each woman earned every single point, and they'll long remember the kind of abuse that they took from Jazz. Watch here. This was a major league body slam.
Now, Charmane, you lead 4-2 in this event. It was a good job, but before the show, you told me if anybody got in your way, you're going to run them over, but it didn't turn out that way. What happened?
The ice, she turned cold and turned to a piece of ice and froze on me, like hitting a brick wall.
Okay, let's go to the replay ice, and you can talk us through this.
I'll tell you, Dan, I saw her pick up the ball, and she was coming towards me, and I knew she was going straight for me. Bam! Hit me, babe. You're not going anywhere. You're down.
Jazz, Siren, and Ice rocked in Powerball. Now it's turn for Saber, Hawk, and Laser to roll.
Snap, right, Paul. Remember, they're all pretenders, so they're contenders. Come on, let's do it, baby. Come on.
Well, the Gladiators have talked the talk, now they're ready to walk the walk. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Interesting matchup between Furaha Bryant, 22 years old, a graphic artist from Los Angeles, California, and the quiet one, Csizmazia, 26 years old, a carpenter and snowboarding instructor from Ketchum, Idaho. Let's go to Larry Thompson. Oh, Hawk going low, and Furaha and Laser finishes him off. Chiz working hard against Labor. This time he gets double teamed. Can Furaha get by Saber? No. Nitro, they look mighty good, the Glads.
They're pitching a shutout, baby.
30 seconds to go in this 45-second game. Both men taking a real pounding here. And good clean hits, too, we might add.
Well, Furaha's off with both shoes. Now this is a unique approach.
Gonna make it almost impossible for him to cut on this carpet. Less than 10 seconds now. And I'll tell you what, this could be the earliest shutout we have ever had in this game here in these 7 years.
What a way to start off the year, Mike. A shutout, yes!
7 years of American Gladiators, and I do believe that is the very first time out of the box that the Glads were able to shut down two contenders.
That's the way Powerball's done.
And it's always good to get a little help from your friends.
Boys, way to make me proud. I almost want to take the suit off and put the spandex on. You started off the new year with the shutout, Saber.
We decided to start this year off with a bang, a lot of hard hits, a lot of fast movement. We aim to get busy this year.
Hey, now, Laser, we're going to go to a replay here of you and Furaha where you just destroy him. Why don't you talk us through it?
Right here, both Gladiators are down. I was by myself, and you know what? We've been practicing with these guys for about 2 weeks now, and gotta love that, right?
And you'll love what's coming up next. Turbo and Jazz holding forth in the Joust. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena as our new season continues here in Los Angeles. Event number 2, the women will go at it in the Joust. For the Gladiators, it'll be Jazz versus Charmane Lewis.
Earlier, Mike, Charmane was telling me that Jazz is not human, that she's not looking forward to this event. And then Jazz, in turn, said that Charmane talks too much. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Charmane said, I'm not sure I can deal with the Joust, especially if Jazz is up there. Well, here she is. She's been beaten before in this, so it's not an impossible task, but it doesn't happen often. Look at this! Charmane, the early aggressor, but Jazz weathers the storm.
It was a strong influx of blows, but Jazz, I think, had a little more weight. That strong, low base, she took it on. This is a case of, girl, you show me what you got, and I'll show you what I have, and it looks like, boom, Jazz has just a little bit more.
Well, up next, our mighty mom, Cheryl Lee Sandy, her husband Barry on hand in the stands to videotape every magic moment. Athletics has always been a big part of Cheryl's life, but motherhood transcends everything.
Before I became a mother, for me, that wasn't like my main goal in life. But when it did happen, it was like probably the best thing for me. It really changed you in the fact that I don't think that you could ever love anything as much as you love your kids. And you would do anything for them. You would die for them. I think being 37 is great. It's not like, you know, oh my God, I'm getting old, my gray hair and everything like that. It's a sign of, you know, wisdom and that you can do anything.
And Cheryl's an inspiration to all who know her.
What Jazz is looking at now is an open face target. You see our faces open there, Mike? And look at the eye of the tiger Jazz has got there.
On guard!
Referee Larry Thompson saying, hey, you got to swing, but Jazz is not giving Cheryl Lee any room to do that. Cheryl trying to get up. Now she's up.
Oh, my!
Backhand connects. Cheryl is still alive with 10 seconds to go. The bodybuilder and mother of 4 from Marina Del Rey, California, on her heels, but not all. And that is it. Woo! Oh, man. Jazz hit her with every shot in her powerful arsenal. Cheryl Lee Sandy did not go down. Good call by referee Larry Thompson. Cheryl tried to get up, finally did under the wire and gets 5 points for the draw. Oh, baby. Cheryl Lee now has a 7-4 lead, and here's that backhanded connected. Trouble is, Jazz didn't go anywhere.
Now, Jazz, I know what it's like up there. Sometimes you bam, 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 you hit them real quick and you think they're off. She stood up there and took everything you got. Have you ever faced an opponent like her?
Dan, I've never faced an opponent like her. She's smart. She knows how to work, but she's not a very big competitor, but she knows how to use her brain.
You know, Shirley, I want to say, I thought you were down and out for the count, and like Rocky Balboa, you got up and delivered a big blow. Where did that come from?
I think I was knocked so silly, I didn't know what I was doing. Just had to keep swinging, that's all.
This must be something with that Native American brave background.
Oh yeah, I think my grandfather's up there and he's, you know, doing the Indian war dance and helping me out.
Rio Brave, what do you think about this? Well, coming up later, we'll get the insight from Rio Brave.
Cheryl Lee Sandy, the fighting Chippewa. And now here's another fighter, Csizmazia. Nitro, what's the key for the Gladiators?
What they do very, very well is they look for an opening and they try to strike first. You can never, ever win this game being defensive. Only go for a tie, and champions do not go for ties.
Larry Thompson about to start this match. 30 seconds the time limit. Here we go. Turbo getting in the first licks. Pat putting up a good fight here. He has got some unbelievable balance because Turbo has been really wailing away. But Csizmazia not going anywhere. He's on the back of his platform, though. Can he hang on for 15 more seconds? Larry Thompson, the referee, saying, more, Pat, more. I need more offense. And there he gave it to him. Hey, this is good. 5 seconds left. Can Chiz hang on? He lost his stick. Turbo wins it with 1 second left on the clock. Pat Csizmazia had the pugil stick knocked off his hand. Consequently, he was DQ, no points.
Turbo frustrated, goes for the big swing. Pat capitalized, hits him once, hits him twice, and Turbo says, heck with this, I'm winning any way I can.
Turbo, every so often a contender comes along who isn't intimidated in the joust and can give you a match.
He's small, so I came in thinking I'm gonna rat-tat-tat till I find an opening. Well, I was rat-a-tat-tatting, but he's the one who found the opening. He ducked. Apparently he's a survival of the fittest champion here. A lot of that has to come from knowledge because he's not big. When he ducked, he came back up, bah! There's a whole new war there.
Pat, your balance exceptional up there, and you grew up and are good friends with Peekaboo Street, who won our gold medal challenge of champions a year ago. Did she give you some advice about this event or advice in general about competing on Gladiators?
Yes, Mike, she did. After Survival of the Fittest, we sat down for lunch and she wrote out some information, some good advice, and I took it home and studied it, and it was a good thing.
And sports, especially winter sports, has been a good thing to Pat almost since the very beginning.
3 years ago, I got into snowboarding and fell in love with it right off the bat. Incredible sport. Basically, it brought back that little spark, that little flame that used to be building pretty fiercely to be on the alpine ski team. So the Olympic team was just like the next stepping stone to get on. So that's basically what I'm shooting for.
Pat Csizmazia, a future Winter Olympian. Don't bet against him. Up next, Furaha Bryant, the graphic artist from Los Angeles. He too, mighty tough. He draws Turbo. Let's go to Larry Thompson. Oh, look at that. Some wicked shots, but Turbo fighting back and nail. Oh, man. Furaha only goes 168 pounds, but give him a whole lot of credit for. You see a lot of contenders that get up there a bit intimidated. They don't mount any kind of offensive threat. He did.
Well, Mike, you can be intimidated or not intimidated. You still got to do a better job than Furaha. He was down in 5 seconds. I can't give him anything. To win, you can't be a shock absorber there. You have to take the fight to him. He tries to bring it on a little bit, but Turbo says, hey, get off here, cleans the palate, wham.
Isn't that cool? Watch me next in Swingshot.
Rocking and rolling inside of Gladiator Arena. Welcome back for event number 3. The women will go at it in Swingshot. Cheryl Lee Sandy has a 7-4 lead coming in. There she is, and she will be swinging against Sky. Charmane Lewis on the other contender tower will have to deal with Ice Ice Baby. Once again, this is a 60-second event. Contenders will leap from their towers and then using the impetus of those bungee cords, try to grab the red, blue, or yellow scoring markers.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready!
Yellow markers worth 1, blues 2, reds 3. Here they go. All 4 women leaping high, and Charmane has got 2 blue. Cheryl's got 2 yellow. You have to put them back in the scoring bin to make them count.
Doing nothing.
Charmane Lewis has done just that, so 4 points very quickly. She's got another blue. Meanwhile, Cheryl Lee Sandy scrambling hard to get the 2 yellows in.
Come on, babe,
Each of those worth a point. Cheryl Lee.
Excellent play by Ice.
Yeah. Ice and Sky. Excellent. 30 seconds remaining.
Come on, let's go.
Here comes Charmane. She's going to go for the reds this time. Get high, but Ice right there.
Oh, she came out the blue ball, though. Oh, Cheryl Lee had 1 and dropped 1.
She got that 1 blue, and that's worth 2.
Come on, you're slow.
Only the red scoring markers remain on that cylinder. Only 9 seconds remain. Maybe a chance for 1 last score, but that is it. Time has expired, but give Charmane Lewis and Cheryl Lee Sandy mucho credit.
Did an excellent job. One thing I noticed about the Contenders later on, they get tired, and the key to this is jumping straight down, not out. They get tired, they jump too far, they don't get the height to get the red ball.
Meanwhile, Charmane's whole family going berserk in the stands as their favorite contender takes the lead.
Charmane, excellent job, 8 points. You now lead 12 to 11. Did you accomplish what you wanted to do in this event?
Yeah, I had fell behind. I had to come back strong, and so I know in this event I had that chance to do it.
And now earlier you're telling me you met Ice in practice and you have no fear of her. What is that about?
I have fear of her, but you know, it's like one of us got to make it. So she's a gladiator. I got to take the other girl. So today I have no fear of her.
What about that, Ice?
Ha! Ha!
Well, no doubt we'll hear from Ice later. Meanwhile, someone ought to tell Charmane the Cabbage Patch went out about 2 years ago. Event number 3 is Swingshot for the Contenders. Furaha Bryant, he'll have to swing against Turbo. And Csizmazia, who came so close in the Joust, will swing against Laser.
Let's go, come on! Let's get him, baby. You're going down, Doctor. Come on. Gladiators, ready!
The men harnessed in, and here we go. And watch Turbo and Laser sky high. Oh man, a mid-air collision at the cylinder that knocked off 1, 2, about 8 scoring markers.
It's a definite Gladiator play.
Chiz came mighty close, couldn't get it.
Barehanded, uncontested.
Furaha. Look, Turbo is going to get both guys, and in the process, chipped his chin on that pad at the bottom of the cylinder. Here comes Chiz again. I don't know.
Great job by Laser, 2-hand shove.
Oh, look at Furaha, he's got 2 red. He's got to put him back in that cylinder. Those are both worth 3 points. Yes, Furaha Bryant's got the first points of this competition. 2 reds, he's got 6. Csizmazia's got a blue, now he's going to hold on to it. They got to let him go. Laser fought like crazy to take that away.
I don't know, Mike. I think you got to give Pat those points. I think he would have got back there in time to score if Laser wouldn't have grabbed him. Turbo sneaky here. He actually initiates the grab, then passes him off to Laser. Laser's got him by the head, by the ear, grabbing the balls, doing anything he can. He definitely holds him up, and they do give him the point.
Stay tuned, folks. You don't want to miss it, because Laser's gonna rip your arm off in the Whiplash. Yeah! Yeah!
Round 4, the event for the women here in their preliminary round match. You see the chorus. It is assault, hit or be hit. For the Gladiators ascending the platform. There she is, Sky.
Yes!
The only female gladiator who has to duck.
I can't hear you.
You got to duck to get behind that shield.
Hey, watch it, Adam Lee. I hear that.
Oh, she's in a testy mood today for our season opener.
Trash. You know, this gun can shoot you guys, too.
Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, for the Contenders, first up is Cheryl Lee Sandy. She trails Charmane Lewis by 1, 12-11 coming in.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready!
60 seconds to time limit. Object to hit the target located above the Gladiator. Cheryl Lee at station number 1 with the crossbow. Lets it fly, not bad. Just whizzed high and left.
She may be taking a little bit too much time here.
40 seconds now. She's at station number 2. That one low. For every weapon you fire, you get a point. So she's got 2 right now. That is if she can't get the 10.
Now Sky has to start being careful. She's starting to run out of tennis balls. She really has to be careful to ration them.
That one low and to the right. Oh!
Yes!
You're right. With 20 seconds left in the clock, Sky did it.
Sky always does it. What's wrong with you, Dan?
Well, Sky, I think you got a little help from Cheryl Lee here. She squares up to you, gives you too much target, and bam, you nail her.
Cheryl Lee, not the only mom here. Charmane Lewis also has 2 young sons she's mighty proud of.
My kids are unusual. First of all, they do not get any sleep. They wake up 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. They go to bed around 2 o'clock when my husband comes home from work. They don't take naps. They know their ABCs. They can count to 100 and go backwards, clear from 100, all the way backwards. They work the VCR, the microwave. They're only 2 and 3 years old. They're always in something, but they're in it together. That's why we call them a tag team.
And those 2 sons, Marquise and Dadrian, are here in attendance.
Now, Charmane's got some wheels here. The speed is something that Sky will have to contend with.
Gladiator's always ready.
You're right, Nitro. She does have those quick. She's got the crossbow at station number 1. Ooh, that is the most accurate weapon out there for the Contenders.
Hey, Sky seems to be misfiring a lot, and that's really hurting her aim and hurting her game.
Get up, Dan.
40 seconds now. Charmane poised at station number 2. Shoot the thing.
Fake me out. Go ahead.
Probably won't.
You're misfiring, Sky. Come on, it's not that hard. Pull the trigger.
Under 30 seconds. Charmane looking for the triggering device. That one in the stratosphere.
Gotta load the ball, Sky.
15 seconds. Gotta hustle, Charmane.
Come on. Drop
That
the
one
ball.
misses. 10 seconds ago, one final station.
Where's my balls? Come
Maybe
on.
we'll get a chance to see how good her arm is. And that is it. Let's total it up. Charmane gets 5 points and takes a 17-14 lead after 4 events, but may have pulled a muscle in the process. Meanwhile, backstage in the Contender locker room, Furaha Bryant getting ready for his run on assault. Interesting character. His first name means happiness in Swahili, and that's what he likes to bring to other people.
Live down in the middle of LA, mid-Wilshire district, and there's a lot of homeless down there. And I find myself lending out change, and then it's gone up to dollars and stuff, you know. Whenever I have a chance, I try to give something. I do that because not everybody has a chance to look a certain way to get a job. Everybody needs to eat, you know, whether they're dying or living.
Well, competing here at Gladiator Arena is certainly not life or death, but it may seem that way to our contenders, especially in this next event, Whiplash. And Furaha up first, and he is giving away about 45, 50 pounds to his opposition, Laser.
Don't touch your opponent. Wait for my whistle now. Ready?
With such a size disadvantage, Furaha really has his work cut out for him. He's got to be almost like Jack taking down the beanstalk.
Well, he's going to rely solely on quicks here, but I'll tell you what, he is bumping heads with Laser and got him down on the ground there. Almost had him out of the ring.
I think Laser was toying with him.
Furaha now hanging on for dear life. He's on his feet again, but Laser has put 2 hands on that double triangle, the dog bone. That's illegal, so technically Furaha Bryant should get the 10 points, and he does because Larry Thompson has spotted it. Laser thinks he's got the victory.
Well, the Nitro Strader, something new this year, tells the truth here. Furaha gets body slammed. Laser thinks he's done, toying with him. Uh-oh, he's in trouble there. He puts 2 hands on it. And he says, uh-oh, Larry, I didn't do that, not me, I'm a good guy.
So Laser's record drops to 14-5 in this event, and Pat Csizmazia now up. He needs to do well here if he is going to stay in the hunt with Furaha Bryant. He trails 16-2. He's locking in. Here's Larry Thompson to get them underway. some real good
now
grip
look at Laser
strength.
stepping on his foot, something new the Gladiators are doing this year.
Laser trying that rip technique. Pat, you're not going to do it with pure power. There's that leg trip again. Pat's lost his shoe. 10 seconds remain.
Laser's got the right attitude. He's down low. He's anchoring himself well. He drops the hand down there to get a little extra power.
Laser made a dynamic move there to get his arm and shoulder back in the proper position. And just as important for Pat Csizmazia, he gets 5 points for the draw. Up next, the wall. Stay with us. Our new season continues here at Gladiator Arena, event number 5 for the women coming up in their preliminary round. Charmane Lewis leading Cheryl Sandy 17-14. The event, the wall. Following Cheryl will be Siren, an outstanding climber, and in pursuit of Charmane will be Jazz.
Okay, Charmane, what do you got there?
I got a picture of my mom, and I got this nail. If I pick up that wall, I'm gonna scratch somebody.
Hey, we might be dancing now, but we'll see what happens later.
We'll dance afterwards.
Charmane, before she came to the competition, as a matter of fact, when she was at the tryouts, had 8-inch nails. That's why her nickname is Nails.
Hey.
Cut them for the first time in 8 years and cried when she did it. They're cabbage patch, and that won't work on a wall.
The wall.
Gladiators, ready!
Contenders have 60 seconds to make it to the top. If they can do that, they'll get 10 points. But again, Siren and Jazz, between them, 15-1 in this event.
Well, Charmane mentioned to me earlier, the thing she's been trying to do is get up quick and cross over.
Well, Siren has crossed over that one ridge. Cheryl needs to do the same to have a chance because Siren very good at closing in. And the 30-year-old mother of 4 has done just that. Siren hot on her heels. Oh, both women lose a grip, but get back on.
Yeah, Joel told me she's not paying attention to Siren, looking at the pegs ahead of her till she gets to the top.
She can't afford to do that. Siren getting close. Jazz is taking down Charmane, and she's done it. Unbelievable. 12 seconds remain on the clock. Her husband, Barry, going wild. The kids going wild over there. Cheryl Lee Sandy does it in a time of 48 seconds. Unreal. Siren almost had her not once, but twice. And as you said, Nitro, she was true to her pregame strategy, and that was not look back.
The focus, look at the pegs, go up. Now, the other case, we had Charmane and Jazz there. They were dancing before, but I don't think she put enough focus and attention to this event.
Cheryl Lee, first of all, congratulations. In practice, you barely made it up. You made it in 57 seconds. The good news here, you beat a woman who's only been beaten once before in Siren, and your time this time, 48 seconds. How do you feel about yourself?
I feel like I was flying up the wall. I could feel her, but I thought, no way she's gonna get me. I'm way up the top for Tara and Tani, Dakota and Rio, and Barry too. Love ya.
Cheryl Lee Sandy has given something for our male contenders to shoot for. They are set for the wall. Furaha Bryant with a 16-7 lead over Pat Csizmazia. Chasing Furaha up the wall is Laser.
We should repel together.
Turbo, do you know what? This is Nitro. Do you know what you're up against here? He has the fastest time up the wall ever for a contender in practice.
That's what we like to hear. Gotta have a show, huh? Gotta have a show. If he was too easy, it wouldn't be worth being here.
Let's go to referee Larry Thompson.
If he was too easy, it wouldn't be worth being here. Gladiators, ready!
Laser likes a challenge as well. This should be very good. Pat Csizmazia grew up in Ketchum, Idaho.
Great. Looks like Furaha is, oh, he's done.
Furaha got a little too greedy. He got a little too greedy. Look at Csizmazia. He is smoking. This may be one of the fastest times of all.
Somebody give that man a speeding ticket. He left everybody else in the slow lane. That's 10 big points for Pat, and he takes the lead.
Pat Csizmazia, congratulations. Your time up the wall, 26 seconds. This is really second nature to you, isn't it? You're come from a family of rock climbers.
Well, I was surprised I made it up that fast. Most of the holds I went for were all small. I couldn't find the big holds, and I was sweating bullets all the way up. But thank God I got 10 points and on to the next event.
That next event, the Gauntlet.
It is crunch time here at Gladiator Arena. The final event for the contenders to earn points before the Eliminator. That event, the Gauntlet. And inside our Fab Four, ready to do battle with Cheryl Lee Sandy, the oldest female contender here, 37 years old. And what she'll try to do is get by the four Gladiators in 20 seconds or less. Ice holding up Cheryl Lee fairly good here in the early portion. She gets by Ice and now trying to squeeze by Jazz, and Jazz making it extremely difficult.
She's keeping her feet moving, keeping her in front of her, the thing she's got to do.
Oh, Sarah tried to take her helmet off and did. Before she can get out, time expires and that's it, no points.
That never happened.
Siren comes at her trying to take her head off, but only ends up getting her helmet off. Now, a lot of women would have stopped here, but not Cheryl Lee. She keeps on going strong.
And now Charmane Lewis in a position to take the lead.
She told me she's getting through. No ifs, ands, or buts. She is getting through this baby.
She also said she trained for Gladiators on ice cream and Coke, so I don't know which is true. Boy, she's got some quicks.
All the quicks not getting past that load.
She is making mincemeat out of this course. Whoa, baby. She did it in 10 seconds. And the 10 points she gets puts her in the lead going into the Eliminator. How did she do it? Well, a lot of help from a former champion, Wesley Berry, and watch one of these patented two-scoops moves.
Now, Charmane, what is the secret, girl?
The nail. It's all about the nail and the sock. The nail got me going.
One thing I did notice, you were running as hard as you could, and it seemed like you hit a brick wall in Jazz, but you just powered your way through it. Now, what kind of celebration do you have for that?
Well, they've seen enough of that Cabbage Patch, that's for sure. On we go. The men will compete in the Gauntlet. Inside our four Gladiators, they are Laser, Saber, Turbo, and the anchor leg, so to speak, the Hawkster. First up for the contenders is Furaha Bryant. Now, he looks at the world through a different pair of glasses because he thinks the hawk is spiritual. I mean, come on. In Swahili, Furaha means happiness. Let's see if he's smiling after the run down the Gauntlet. Laser
may stop him in this section. That's something we pride ourselves on, a dinner by the other Gladiators if you do.
Ditto with Turbo. Saber trying to undercut him, and time expires.
Just not enough power, Mike, not enough power. The boys were fired up, first show of the year. Nobody's getting through there.
Yeah.
So up next now, Csizmazia. Accustomed to competing against the forces of nature, but not the forces of four Gladiators. Larry Thompson sends him on his way. He just powered by Laser there. He needs to spin a little bit. Turbo trying to knock him out of the Gauntlet.
That 550-pound bench press sure comes in handy right there.
Especially when you got that cross beam. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. So the Gladiators do their thing in the Gauntlet, but coming up next, the event that decides everything, and you'll see a diabolical new obstacle in the Eliminator. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, where our new season has kicked off in a big way, and our Battle of the Moms is down to the final event, the Eliminator. Cheryl Lee Sandy trails Charmane Lewis by 3, which gives the girl who calls herself Nails a 1.5 seconds head start. However, that's not much. She's nursing a sore wrist. Right now, Nitro's down at the start line to ask about it.
Now, Charmane, I know your wrist is bugging you a little bit. Is that going to be a factor here?
I'm going to try not to let it go my way. I'm going to try to forget about it for a minute.
All right, I'm going to leave you alone to do what you got to do. Good luck.
And we've got a new obstacle in the Eliminator this year. You thought the spinning cylinder was hard. The sea of balls, the ball pit, over 100,000 balls, and this is like walking through, trying to run through quicksand. It is very difficult.
Ready!
Let's keep an eye on that left wrist of Charmane Lewis. Probably won't bother her here on the VersaClimber, but watch her on the hand bike. Both these women have been terrific. Charmane blitzed through the Gauntlet in record time to get her 10 points. Cheryl Lee Sandy got 10 on the wall. And here's that hand bike now. You got to keep pumping those legs to make it across. Just a power move there by Charmane. And down goes Cheryl. She'll be detained for 7 seconds. But again, this ball pit is a brutal, brutal contraption. Cheryl Lee swimming across this thing. We said it was like quicksand. And Charmane is having some big problems. She lost the lead. Cheryl Lee has regained it. Man, is that tough. And Cheryl Lee Sandy, 37 years old, from Marina Del Rey, California. Mother of 4 is the first out. Climbing up the cargo net and looking good, looking strong. Charmane now has to come from behind. Coming up, the only real breather the Contenders get. And you can see Cheryl Lee huffing and puffing up there. The zip line, very important for the Contenders to keep their legs up. Cheryl does that expertly. Only the wall, the plexiglass wall, and the treadmill remain. She entered this competition because she wanted to do it for mothers over 30 and for the entire Indian nation. She's half Chippewa, and she is almost home to victory here, but down she goes. Now it's Charmane's chance. Charmane's got to get up that wall. Pump those arms, Cheryl Lee. Keep going. You got to pump, 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 pump. Here comes Charmane. This could be close. Down she goes. On the swing through the barrier. Oh, man. Cheryl Lee Sandy wins it. Cheryl Lee's time, 2:32. Charmane Lewis will look back and remember that ball pit because that's where she lost it.
Cheryl Lee, incredible job. It seems like you made up most of the time in the balls there. She was way ahead of you. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you dove in and just took control.
I go to Discovery Zone a lot with my kids, and I think because I'm a little bit lighter, that was easy for me to go through.
You did an excellent job, and you have a few people over here who want to congratulate you. Go over there, girl. You earned it.
Way to go, way to go. Yes!
We turn our attention now to the men's eliminator, where only a single point separates Pat Csizmazia from Furaha Bryant. Virtually a dead even start. The half second that Pat gets, a non-factor. And right now, Nitro's with both men at the base of the VersaClimber. Nitro?
Furaha, you guys have battled back and forth all day. This is it.
This is it. This is the eliminator. So somebody got to get it.
Pat, you told me earlier it's your will to win. Your will to win that brings you above the rest of these competitors.
That's absolutely correct. I'm going to have to use every bit of it right here.
Always smiling. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well, Nitro, in point of fact, these two young men turned in two of the faster times in the Eliminator in practice. Furaha had the second fastest time, Pat the fourth. Again, the winner trying to pocket $2,500 and make himself eligible for the Grand Championship. Csizmazia adding to that half-second lead he had, but Furaha's going to make it close. Pat, powerful, really pumping that hand bike. Now the ball pit, taking a flying leap, and really that's a good idea. Both men swimming. You can't walk through this stuff, you got to swim through those balls. Csizmazia first, Furaha Bryant second. A mighty close race. Csizmazia, a man who has scaled and rappelled down mighty mountains in Idaho. Now dead even with Furaha Bryant. Both men on the zip line together. Furaha has taken the lead. Watch how they land, and let's watch how they come over this plexiglass wall. This is it. Who's first? It's going to be close. Csizmazia. Oh, a great come from behind fashion does it. Csizmazia. And you have to feel for Furaha Bryant. He'll have nightmares for days to come, thinking about the one that got away.
After all the things that you've done, the survival of the fittest, how does this rate?
Well, I'd have to say this is incredibly tough. I've been having a very invigorating time down here. Everything is quick and fast, and I'm not used to that. And I'm getting there. I'm learning every day is a new experience for me.
What I want to tell you is, as a former Gladiator, you made me proud that I've been involved with this program for 7 years. Good job.
Thank you very much.
And his victory caps off a great day here at Gladiator Arena.